So, the MW3 Beta. It's here, or it released quite a while ago. And as you can see, I'm already level 20. So, maybe have delayed the video a bit. But, you know, now that I played the beta, I can give my honest opinion, what I think of the game, what I think of the story, and whatever. I'm just gonna talking relative to what is happening in the beta right now, and what I think about the game, and what I hope to expect when the game fully releases. So we'll just get into it, see what shenanigans we can get up to, what I will talk about. Well, the MW3 Beta. What do I think of it? Well, it's the game is really good, surprising. Or I'm not really surprised that the game is good. It's more or less I'm more or less happy that the game is good, because I had pretty low expectations then, and then when I saw the multiplayer trailer, I got so hyped, so I just decided to pre-order the game, especially the Vault Edition, so I am able to play the game right now. But you know, the thoughts of the game is, you know, mostly positive. What I'm thinking about. The game is really good. I mean, the TTK is almost perfect. I don't know what other people think. I think it's great. You know, you don't kill too quick. The TTK is long, and it's not really quick like MW2, but it's not either way too long, to the point where it makes it just impossible to get feed and stuff like that. But having the TTK being a bit longer is also a good thing, because that means people will start playing hardcore. Because I remember in MW2, hardcore was basically non-existent, but the TTK was so quick. Anyways, barely anybody played hardcore. Which sucked, because, well, it also made hardcore, like, a bit of, you know, they don't really care about it as much, the developers. It's kind of under the fucking radar, you could say. Which sucked, because I remember in Modern Warfare 2019, well, basically everybody played hardcore, because core was just not so fun. Or what I know of, at least. I mean, if you think about it, most people will play core, but, you know, I remember only playing hardcore because I just didn't like playing core. But I feel like in this game, I will probably play core more instead of hardcore, but, you know, depending on how they do with hardcore, if they're gonna make, you know, shipment hardcore, because in MW2 they did not have shipment hardcore for basically 90% of the game. They do occasionally have it, but, you know, every new playlist that gets released with a new map, for example in MW20, every time a new playlist would come out, or a new map, they would have both hardcore and core. And that was great, because, you know, I mostly played hardcore, as I've said. So it's pretty interesting to see how they're gonna do with hardcore. I hope they don't slide it under the bus and just ignore it completely. That would be quite unfortunate, so. But we'll just have to see what they do with it. But yeah, I can't wait for this game to release. So far, the beta has been amazing. I've had quite a lot of fun. I'm gonna be completely honest. Just that there's some things that need to be looked at. For example, Battle Rage they fixed quite quickly. I was surprised that they already made an update in the beta. In the first 4 or 5 hours, if I remember. Or so I've heard, it was in the first 4 or 5 hours of the beta's release. which is great. Which means Sledgehammer Games, I think. Yeah, Sledgehammer Games is already putting out updates, fixing stuff, which is amazing, awesome. But there's some things that need to be, you know, changed still, in my opinion. Like, for example, some weapons in this game are really good. Alright? For example, the UMP-45 that I'm using right now. The gun is really good. I'm not saying it's overpowered or anything. No. I'm not saying it's overpowered. I'm saying it's very powerful compared to some guns which are not really great. And I don't know if maybe I'm just bad with the gun, or I just started using it when the MW3 Beta just first came out, so maybe I wasn't used to it then. For example, the SVA 545, it does lack a bit. It has mediocre damage, but it does not have the fastest firing. It's like an AMAX from Modern Warfare 2019, just scaled down a bit. It's kind of depressing. So there's still some things that they need to fix, but other than that, the beta generally is great. The movement feels smooth, the game runs smooth, which feels amazing. And that Sledgehammer Games is communicating with the community just makes that experience so much better. So, you know, if you do have any thoughts, what they could change and stuff like that, just write to Sledgehammer Games on Twitter. Or whatever. If you have some thoughts, and maybe they will notice it, think about it. Oh, is this a good idea? Should we do this? Whatever, da. But yeah, they're communicating. And I heard a lot of people saying that, oh, well, this game is just a Modern Warfare 2 DLC pack, you know, it shouldn't be worth $70, and in some way I can agree, but somehow I can't. Because, first of all, this game is a full-fledged new game. Like, yes, it's really similar to Modern Warfare 2. It runs on the same engine, which is whatever. Call of Duty has done that very many times. It has the same guns, same that, you know, there is new guns. Stuff like that, but I get that people who say, oh, it's just a DLC pack, it shouldn't be worth $70. The thing is, those people are people who play multiplayer mostly. For the most part, who don't care about zombies, the campaign, and that stuff. Then it's understandable, because it is almost the same game when playing multiplayer. I don't feel like it, but many people do, since they only play multiplayer. For me, it's worth $70 because I play the campaign. Okay, I enjoy campaign, especially. And I am also really excited for zombies. So for me, it would be worth $70. And considering I bought Vault Edition, that's even more expensive. So people that say, oh, it's not worth $70, it's mostly people who do not care about zombies and other stuff. Then it's probably not worth it for you buying the game. Because you probably will get bored pretty quickly. So, you know, just take it with a pinch of salt. This game is great and all that, but some people may call it a DLC, some people may not. I don't know. I think it's great. But if you think about it that way, you do that, you know? Everybody has the right to their own opinion. It's it. And that brings me on to the next point. What will happen when the game fully releases? Or what I hope for that they would do. Well, the game fully releases in about a month, 10th of November. So there's a bit of a time left, but you know, it's not a big issue. It's only a month. It'll go past pretty quick. And what do I expect? Well, I hope that zombies will be great. Because I do not want them to, do zombies dirty. Since they're not going to make it round-based, which is a bit odd. And it's not really amazing, since, round-based zombies is what most people wanted. Although, in my opinion, like, the concept of having DMZ mixed with zombies and Outbreak sounds really fun. So I'm not really complaining. It's something new. It's gonna be there, like it or not. And, I'm not complaining, since it sounds really fun having, to play, like, a DMZ style mode with Outbreak. 'Cause I remember when Cold War came out. When Outbreak first came out on Cold War, I was super excited. And I couldn't wait to try it after I just heard the teasers of what it's gonna be and stuff like that. So I got pretty hyped up. And I enjoyed Outbreak very much. Albeit, it gets boring, but they add in more content, more maps, and every time they add a new map, it became a lot more fun, and it was almost instantly, oh, more things to do. Or when they added the big walking weirdo with no face, walking around the Outbreak map, which is cool. I mean, I enjoyed it very much. So it'll be interesting how they make this mode. I have seen the Zombies teaser trailer, and it looks certainly really fun. So it'll be interesting to see when it releases how it'll be. Maybe it's gonna be boring, maybe it's gonna be fun. I don't know. The second thing I'm gonna talk about when the game releases is the campaign. And I know most people do not really care about the campaign, but I do, so I will be talking about it. Wow. And that's also a problem. You can basically wallbang through anything, which is cool, and at the same time very annoying. But, whatever. The campaign, yes. So, I don't know if many of you heard, but they will be doing campaign a bit differently. They'll make it a bit more free, and you can do whatever you kind of want in the missions, Let it play out how you want. If you want to do it stealthy, loud, whatever, you do what's you, And the concept in itself is really cool. There's just the issue that, they've never done it before, so they're going into new territory. So either they can fuck it up totally, or they perfect it and make it great. Although the issue with it being a bit more free, a bit more, you can do whatever you want, is I feel like it will get rid of a bit of the immersion that the campaigns have. And I know Infinity Ward is making the campaign, and they're popular for making great campaigns in Call of Duty, but I feel like with this new, I feel like it can ruin the immersion a bit, because it's not forcing you into cutscenes specifically. It's not a focused level where, you will see everything and stuff like that. And it feels like it can ruin the immersion a bit, But if they perfect it and, they can make it so that it's still pretty immersive, then I don't really mind. But I just feel like they're gonna ruin it in some way. I hope not, but that feeling is still there. So, and also, yeah, just really weird detail, or maybe I just feel like it. It was a long time ago. But Makarov, this game looks a lot younger. I don't know if many people have said it. I have not heard anybody talk about it, really, maybe because it's a bit of an unnecessary topic. and you know everybody's just hyped about the beta and the gameplay. But there's just some weird detail that I've noticed. Makarov looks very young. Maybe I am the only one thinking that, and this fucking drone. Maybe I'm the only one thinking that Makarov looks younger in this game compared to MW2. I think he was in MW3 too, but I do not know since I haven't played the game. But he looks very, very young in this game. Like, I remember playing the MW2 Remastered. Brother, it looked like he looked like it was in his 30s, 40s almost. Maybe 30s. 40s is pushing it a bit. In this game, he looked like he was in his 20s. Which, I know it's different characters, it's a different actor, you know. They use a bit more, what's that called, the mocap and stuff like that, you know. So it's kind of resembling more or less the actor who plays Makarov. But still, he looks quite young. And I'll show you after this game exactly how he looks, because it can't just be me who thinks he looks very young. Or maybe it is, I don't know. So, you know, Beta's great, you know. I'm enjoying myself. Although, just these first 2 days, it's a bit more on the sweaty side. I don't know. I'm older than, because I've been versing sweats 20%. Which, I mean, whatever. Could be me who's just ass at the game right now, because I'm not no damn movement fucking... I don't do all that movement shit, because I can't be bothered. I like my fingers. But, you know, it could be just because all these guys who pre-ordered their diehard fans of COD, you know, they're extra hyped for this, and, you know, they just had to try the movement into it. They just have to go around YYing and slide canceling. You know, I get that. People get content from that. Clips, whatever. And people like to do that. Especially with the movement. And, you know, it's much better than MW2. You're not a walking brick. The visual recoil is basically non-existent, like it should be. Because honestly, the visual recoil in MW2 was just horrendous. And just annoying. You can shoot while sliding. It's honestly great. So yeah, they've improved the game by so much. And I'm happy for that. Because honestly, I did enjoy Modern Warfare 2 in the beta. Because in the beta, the movement was still there. You know, slide canceling was not in the game, whatever, I didn't even care about slide canceling. But, you know, the movement was okay, you know, you could drop shot, I think you could still do that, but, you know, could drop shot, you could move pretty freely, you could shoot while sliding, if I remember correctly. But the ADS penalties and all that was still in the game, which made it feel a bit clunky. And when the game fully released, well, then it just got worse. But you know, it's fine, it's whatever. There's nothing you can do about that. And I understand why people say, oh, it's just a Modern Warfare 2 DLC, because it is very, very similar. But you know, there's not much you can do about it. But I just want to show you first what I mean about Makarov looking a bit younger. It cannot just be me that sees Makarov in this game and says, he looks very much younger. And I know this is just so unnecessary to talk about, but he looks quite young in the game. But it could just be me, because I've not heard anyone talking about it. Maybe maybe I'm not really the greatest at telling people's age, but you know, he looks really young. So yeah, that's it. That's my opinion on the new COD. Hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, have a good one.